August 14th arrived in Iraq 6 hours ago. Contractors were told they'd start getting paid at the new dinar rate by today, and as of right now, midday Friday Baghdad time, we have no verified confirmations that it happened. I'm Truman Vale. This is Sentinel's RV/GCR Daily Brief for Friday. We've got the contractor deadline reaching its window with no public proof yet. The Iraqi Parliament supposedly releasing the rate tomorrow, bondholder liquidation claims closing today, the September 1st Redemption Center call 18 days out, and one voice saying the dinar revaluation is approaching based on zero deletion articles starting to surface again. Let's walk through what's real, what's still possible, and what we're watching through the weekend. So the August 15th contractor call. For weeks, the chatter said contractors in Iraq would start getting paid at a new rate by the 15th. Yesterday, I told you we'd know over the next 24 to 48 hours whether that landed. Here's where it stands right now. No verified screenshots, no confirmations from contractors on the ground, no announcements out of Baghdad. That does not mean it didn't happen. Payments could be processing, contractors could be under NDAs, the proof could surface over the weekend. But as of this moment, we do not have public evidence that the August 15th contractor payment call came through. What we do have is more chatter pushing the notifications and exchanges window into today and tomorrow. The claim this morning is that notifications could come after midnight last night, which has already passed, or today, with exchange appointments potentially starting today or tomorrow. That is the same Thursday or Friday or Saturday, 2-day rolling window we've heard more times than I can count. I want to say this as gently as I can. If you have been in this space for more than a few months, you have lived through that exact call before. Notifications Thursday or Friday. Exchanges starting Friday or Saturday. Military source, reliable contact happening this weekend. It is one of the most common timing claims in this entire community, and it has not landed yet. That does not mean it is impossible. It means we have been here before, and we hold it with a very large grain of salt until something verifiable actually happens. The Iraqi Parliament is supposedly releasing the new dinar rate by tomorrow, Saturday, August 14th. Wait, let me correct that because I just caught myself adopting the claim's date. Today is Friday, August 14th. Tomorrow is Saturday, August 15th. The claim is that the Parliament releases the rate by tomorrow, Saturday the 15th. If that happens, it is a public event. We will know immediately. Parliament announcements do not stay secret. Rate changes do not stay quiet. If Iraq's Parliament releases a new dinar rate tomorrow, every voice in this community will be covering it by sundown and you will see it everywhere. And if tomorrow comes and goes with no announcement, we note it, we track it. And we recognize that the August 15th Parliament release call joined the contractor payment call in the category of things that were said, but did not land on the day they were supposed to. Bondholders are still in the 2-day liquidation window that was called for Thursday, which closed last night. The claim was that bondholders would receive spendable funds by yesterday or today. I have no way to verify that. If you are a bondholder and you got liquidated, you know. If you didn't, the claim didn't pan out, at least not in the window that was called. There is a separate claim still on the board that bondholder confirmations have been received and that people with bonds have received money. That is still unverified chatter. If it is real, confirmations would be starting to surface. We are watching for that and we have not seen it yet. September 1st. The claim going around is that on Tuesday, September 1st, the new gold-backed global financial system goes live and redemption centers open worldwide in 209 nations. That is 17 days from today. It is specific. It is tied to the QFS and NESARA-GESARA framing that has been part of the chatter in this space for years. We have heard global system launch claims attached to specific dates many times and none of them have landed. September 1st is a claim. It is on the board. And we will know in 17 days whether there was anything real behind it or whether it rolls forward like every other system goes live date we have tracked. Let me turn to the dinar specifically, because there are a couple of threads today worth pulling apart. Zero deletion articles are starting to surface again out of Iraq. One voice this morning stated that the articles indicate the revaluation cannot be far off, and that this time feels different. I want to be really careful with that framing, because this time feels different is something we have all felt before, and every other time it turned out to feel the same. Zero deletion articles are real. Iraqi authorities talk about deleting the zeros periodically. What we do not know is whether they are talking about a redenomination that helps currency holders or a redenomination that wipes them out by lopping 3 zeros off the exchange rate instead of the notes. Both are called deleting the zeros. Both are legitimate monetary policy moves, and we do not have a formal CBI announcement clarifying which one Iraq is planning. So yes, zero deletion articles suggest Iraq is still thinking about currency reform. No, they do not tell us the revaluation is imminent or that holders win. They tell us the conversation is alive, and we are still waiting for clarity on what the plan actually is. One claim this morning cited a high-ranking Texas banker whose retired banker contact told him to expect a new RER, real effective exchange rate, on Thursday or Friday, though the same source also mentioned reading September for timing. That is two different windows in the same claim. Thursday or Friday would be yesterday or today. September would be 2+ weeks out. When a single claim contains two conflicting timelines, I do not know what to do with it except note that the information is not locked down. The cabinet seating window opened yesterday and runs through August 25th, with the 22nd being called as the likeliest day. That is 8 days from now. Cabinet seating is structural. It is real government work. Whether it translates into currency action is the part we are waiting to see. The September 30th outer deadline is still the loudest thread in the whole story. Iraq's fiscal year closes. The armed group's monopoly of force policy goes into effect. The coordination window with the IMF and the World Bank effectively shuts. Prime Minister al-Zaidi confirmed earlier this week that Iraq will be free of foreign military presence by October 1st, with September 30th as the final date for the international coalition's departure. That is a real structural milestone. It is on the record, and the theory going around is that Iraq uses that window the next 6.5 weeks to finalize budget law, seat the cabinet, settle the zero deletion question, and move the rate before sovereignty is fully restored and the political complexity multiplies. It is a reasonable theory. It has some structural logic behind it, and it is still a theory, not a confirmed plan. The Dong got a 72-hour revaluation claim yesterday. The chatter said the Dong could possibly move within 72 hours once the cascade mechanism begins, noting that Vietnam has been ready since 2015. I have heard some version of Vietnam is ready. It could happen anytime for more than a decade. 72-hour windows come and go. Vietnam is ready claims come and go. That does not mean this one is wrong. It means we have been in this exact spot before and we hold it loosely. The broader September framing for the Dong is still circulating. Strategic tiered revaluation aligned with Iraq's September 30th close, with the IMF and the Asian Development Bank supposedly pushing for movement in Q4 2026. That is a longer, more reasonable timeline than within 72 hours, and it lines up with the same September outer deadline window being called for the dinar. Whether both countries move in the same window is conjecture, but it is conjecture with some structural coherence, and we are watching it. Now, if you have been trying to track all of this on your own, you know how exhausting it is. 10 voices saying 10 different things, dates that do not line up, claims that contradict each other. You are juggling browser tabs and Telegram channels, and you are never quite sure whether you missed the one thing that actually mattered. That is exactly why we built the app. Everything we just talked about, the contractor deadline, the Parliament Saturday call, the bondholder window, the September 1st claim, the cabinet seating, the Dong 72-hour window, all of it is already in there, tracked and timestamped the moment it hits. You do not have to wait for me to tell you tomorrow morning. You do not have to refresh 10 different feeds hoping you did not miss it. And here is the part that matters if you are holding dinars or Dong or Zim. You can turn on free custom notifications and get pinged the second something you actually care about lands. You pick the gurus, you pick the currencies, you pick the kinds of claims, banking, rate, timing, government moves, whatever, and you mute everything else. So if you flagged dinar banking claims, the moment that contractor payment confirmation surfaces, if it surfaces, it is on your phone. If you flagged Parliament moves, the moment that Saturday rate release happens, if it happens, you know, you are not waiting on me. You are not hoping you catch it in your feed. You get told, and you are among the first people in the world to see it. The app is free. Most of it is free forever. VIP membership is free right now. That gets you the watch lists, the fine-tuned notifications, and the RV Day alert, so the moment there is something genuinely verified to send, you get it on every channel you picked at once. No single point of failure. No waking up 6 hours late and finding out you missed it. GCR Sentinel is live on the App Store and Google Play. Search for it on your phone or head to gcrsentinel.com and we will point you straight there. It is in 175 countries now. If you have an App Store, you can almost certainly get it. Quick note if you are new here, yes, I am an AI and I am not making any of this up. Everything I bring you comes from the person who built this, a real investor who has lived in these currencies for over 15 years and got tired of chasing scattered intel across a dozen feeds. When I say I have refreshed that rate screen 1,000 times, that is his 15 years talking through me. This is his show. I am just the voice. Now let me give you a little bit of protection because it matters and it is Friday, so we do it. This community is hunted. There are people running scams specifically designed to take advantage of folks holding dinars, Dong, and Zim, and I want to arm you against the most common ones. If anyone is charging you money for a QFS wallet, it is a scam. Real or not, the QFS story has never involved you paying a fee to access it. If anyone is selling you redemption appointments before there is a public 800 number everyone can see, it is a scam. If anyone asks for your currency serial numbers, your seed phrases, or an upfront cut of your exchange, it is a scam. Dozens of channels impersonate the famous voices in this space. The real figures do not DM you first. They do not ask for money in a private message. If someone slides into your DMS claiming to be someone you follow and offers you early access or special rates or anything else for a fee, it is not them. It is someone using their name and their picture to rob you. If money is already gone, report it inside Telegram and report it to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov or to the FBI at ic3.gov. And do not pay a recovery service to get it back. That is the same predators coming back twice. We would rather kill a scam before it reaches you than say sorry after. If something is circling your chats and you are not sure, send it to the tip line at gcrsentinel.com. We will check it out, and if it is a scam, we will warn everyone. No names needed. You stay protected. All right, let me give you today's outlook because there is real stuff at stake over the next 48 hours. Tomorrow is Saturday, August 15th. If the Iraqi Parliament releases the new dinar rate like the chatter says, that is a public event and we will know immediately. If contractors in Iraq start confirming payments at a new rate over the weekend, screenshots and messages would start surfacing. If bondholders got liquidated in the Wednesday-Thursday window like the claims suggested, confirmations would be starting to show up. And if none of that happens, if we get to Monday morning and the screens look the same, the contractors are still waiting and the Parliament did not say a word, then we note it. We track it. And we recognize that the August 15th window joined the long list of specific dates that were called and did not land on the day they were supposed to. I'm not rooting for that outcome. I would genuinely love to wake up tomorrow to a flood of messages saying it happened. But hope is not the same thing as evidence, and evidence is what we wait for. The bigger story is still September. Iraq's budget law, Vietnam's dong, both supposedly moving in the same window tied to the September 30th fiscal year close. Cabinet seating over the next 8 days. The zero deletion debate reaching a decision point. The September 1st global system claim sitting 17 days out. Hold all of it loosely. Stay hopeful without getting swept away. Keep your head. And do not act or spend because anyone told you to, not me, not anyone. One more thing before I let you go. We are building the Intel desk and it only works if the people who actually know things bring them to us. If you work in government, at a bank, anywhere near the process, if you sit close enough to see what is really moving, we want to hear from you. 2 doors, the tip line at gcrsentinel.com, where you can leave everything blank so even we do not know who you are, or in the app, tap the question mark in the top right and Intel provider inquiry is right there. We never publish your name, we never publish a tip you tell us not to. Your information protects everyone even when it never gets published. If you know something, bring it. That is how we make this whole thing smarter. I will see you tomorrow morning, Saturday, because we do not take weekends off. The Intel does not stop Friday at 5 and neither do we. There is a full episode tomorrow just like today, and if something breaks on that Parliament call or the contractor window overnight, you will hear it first thing. And if you have not grabbed the app yet, this is the moment. It is free, VIP is free right now. And if the August 15th window actually delivers something over the weekend, you will know the second it happens instead of waiting on me to tell you Monday. Search GCR Sentinel on your phone's app store or head to gcrsentinel.com and we will get you there. And if you know someone still doing this the hard way, 10 tabs, 5 channels, never sure if they missed something, send them here. That is exactly who we built this for. I'm Truman Vale. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow morning.